We all know that Thomas Alva Edison is a great scientist who discovered light bulb and many other discoveries, right? I mean, he invented many things, right? So in all those in all those inventions, it involves video camera also. Video camera was also invented by Thomas Alva Edison. So in this story, in this content, let's talk about how Thomas Alva Edison chased away. I mean, he literally pushed Hollywood to 2,000 miles away. I mean, he literally pushed, or else I can say, because of the fear of Thomas Alva Edison, Hollywood stars, Hollywood technicians, they just scared and ran away up to 2,800 kilometers, or I'll say 2,000 miles away. They ran away, and still they are there. I mean, Hollywood studios are almost 2,800 kilometers away from New York City. You know, the very first Hollywood, I mean, the Hollywood has started in New York City. You know, because of the video camera invention which Thomas Alva Edison gave. Hollywood, I mean, some of the producers, some of the people, wealthy people started investing the money in the films, and they started purchasing the video camera from Thomas Alva Edison. You all know that Thomas Alva Edison is not just a scientist; he was a scientist as well as a businessman. And now in this content, I will say how Thomas Alva Edison was not just a scientist, not just a businessman, he was also a gangster. I mean, yeah, I'm saying it again, gangster, mobster, like that. Thomas Alva Edison was running a cartel, a cartel of patents, the cartel of copyrights and patents. Everywhere he used to strike copyrights and he used to strike patents. The video camera which Thomas Alva Edison invented, if a film producer, if a movie producer wants to buy his cameras, he not only has to buy his cameras, also he has to pay royalty to Thomas Alva Edison, to Thomas Alva Edison's company. I mean, Eastman Kodak company. They have to pay weekly, monthly, like that. They have to pay money. It's hefty sum of money. I mean, a huge chunks of money has to be paid to Thomas Alva Edison. This is the agreement Thomas Alva Edison was making with film producers. I mean, if a person wants to produce a movie, he has to agree to the condition that he has to first purchase the camera from Thomas Alva Edison, as well as he has to pay the royalty. I mean patents royalty to Thomas Alva Edison every weekly. That too a huge chunk of money. So in this time, I remember a KGF film dialogue that is patent. I don't like patents. I avoid patents, but patents likes me. Being Thomas Alva Edison, I can't avoid patents. In New York City, as I told, Thomas Alva Edison, the producers had to pay a huge chunk of money to Thomas Alva Edison. So that's why they buried this up to one extent. They buried it, but after that they just talked within themselves, and they talked within themselves that we have already purchased the camera. Let's do one thing. Let's go to some other place where Thomas Alva Edison and his gang members could not be able to reach easily. So there, let's shoot the films and release there itself. So they thought that let's go to other coast. I mean, New York is in the is in the east of the USA, right? East coast of the USA. And they thought, let's go to the west coast of the USA, because in those times, in 1800, 1900, in those times, connectivity was very, very less. I mean, the train connectivity was there, but it was extremely costly. In that time, train technology, flight technology, all those technologies were very new, right? So that's why it was very costly back then. So that's why they thought, let's move ourselves from New York City to Los Angeles, so that Thomas Alva Edison and his gang members, yes, I'm saying gang members, because if film producer could not be able to pay Thomas Alva Edison the money he demands, that producer will be getting beaten by the gang members sent by Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison was employing some goons, some gang members, some mobsters, so that to extract money from the film producers and his other business venture, to film producers, as well as any other patent receivee. Being in New York, Hollywood technicians understood how camera works, how to shoot, how to handle the camera, how to repair the camera, and other things, other skills. They just mastered all those skills in New York City, and overnight they just ran away to Los Angeles. And one more reason why they chose Los Angeles instead of any other cities, because Los Angeles is having very good sunlight, very good sunlight, because in those days it was very hard. I mean, the camera lens technology was not improved, so that's why it was very hard to capture any scenes without sunlight. I mean, sunlight had to be there in those times. I mean, nowadays cameras can capture even in darkness, but those times it was very hard for the cameras to capture any videos or else photos in without sunlight. So that's why they chose Los Angeles. There in Los Angeles, Los Angeles near California, there was huge abundant sunlight, and the geography of that place is extremely unique. I mean, near Los Angeles you can see deserts. Near Los Angeles you can see extremely green and waterfalls, green places. I mean, the extremely lush green places, waterfalls, and even if you go just above north, you can see snow also. I mean, you can get snow also. So there are many geographies that come around near Los Angeles. So that's why for a film, you need many environments to shoot the films, right? So that's why they chose Los Angeles. And one more reason they chose Los Angeles is because Los Angeles is very close to Mexico. I mean, not very, like 200 kilometers, just 3 hours drive to Mexico City, Mexico border. I mean, the country of Mexico's border. If Thomas Alva Edison's goons started coming towards them, they can just escape to another country, that is Mexico. This was the plan. I mean, they even talked with the guards and the soldiers of Mexican border, so that if they come, they should allow them inside, because they are bringing film technology into Mexico, and many other negotiations they did, so that for a safety, be near, like just 200 kilometers away from Mexico border, so that if Thomas Alva Edison sends any huge number of goons, they can just escape to another country, so that the law in that country will be different, right? So that the copyright laws and other things will be different for Thomas Alva Edison to fight against. So that's why they chose Los Angeles, which is close to Mexico border and having many geographies in it, and it is away from Thomas Alva Edison. That is the main thing. If Thomas Alva Edison sends his gangsters or goons, it was very expensive for them to come here, stay here, fight with the local filmmakers. Because Los Angeles is extremely distant. I mean, extremely far from the New York City, right? I mean, New York City's goons are alienated in Los Angeles, so that it was very hard for them to fight against the locals. So that's why they chose Los Angeles, so that they avoid paying Thomas Alva Edison the hefty or else huge sums of money just for the patent sake. Okay, this is how Thomas Alva Edison tortured the filmmakers. He just tortured the filmmakers. My belief is that patent should be yeah, I mean, it is important, but we should not use our patents or our inventions or whatever we own in a negative way, right? So Thomas Alva Edison used his patents to boss or else to control an industry, a huge industry. It was so that's why they had to run away from New York City to 2,800 kilometers, that is 2,000 miles away, to obviously Los Angeles. Now the Hollywood studio is there in Los Angeles, right? So this is the end of my video. Okay, thank you. Okay, please check out my other videos. My English is not too good, but I can speak English. It's not I think it's understandable, I think, but it's not too good because I studied in Kannada medium. Okay, bye.